Hello, this is Dr. Susan at Path to Parenting Harmony for my Monday Facebook Live. I know I haven't been here every week, and I hope you've missed me. I have really missed you. So one of the things that Hi, this is Susan at Path to Parenting Harmony for my weekly Monday Facebook Live at Path to Parenting Harmony. I hope you've really missed me because I have really missed you. I know I haven't been here every week. But today I wanted to talk about a really exciting event that's happening this week. On Wednesday, November 3rd, that's in 2 days, at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm holding my first ever workshop just for teens. That's middle schoolers, high schoolers, and college students. And what's really important about this is I'll be talking about executive functioning strategies just for teens. What does that mean? Well, I've posted a lot of things on here about executive functioning, haven't I? And so one of the really exciting things about this particular event is I'll be talking about how to actually work on strategies that teens are facing on a day-to-day basis. And that's something that I haven't done a lot before. Of course, with my coaching, this is what I do one-on-one with teens on a weekly basis. So what I want to talk about now is what are your teens going to get out of this 2-hour workshop? We're going to talk about 4 things. First thing is we're going to talk about planners. Now, many of your teens hate planners. They say, I can keep it in my head, or it's on the PowerSchool or Schoology or Infinite Campus, or I can just check the teacher's wiki page. But the problem is they don't remember to do that. They don't remember to go on the web, and they absolutely cannot keep it in their head. And this is just for a neurotypical teen as well as one that has ADHD, autism, or a learning disability. Remembering 5 teachers worth of homework over a couple of days just isn't going to happen. They're not going to remember that on page 45 they have to do math problems 10 through 15, or that they have to read chapter 7 and answer questions 1 through 5, or that they are been assigned an essay that's due in 3 days. It's just too much information after a full day of school and perhaps a practice after school for a sport or an activity they're involved in, or just out of sheer exhaustion. So something to keep in mind. We're going to work on how to use a planner and why that's important. And I'll share some examples of the executive functioning planners that I recommend for students. Some for middle and high schoolers, and one that's especially good for college students. Now, the second thing we're going to talk about is time management. Oh my goodness, we all know how difficult that is, even for us as adults, right? How do we manage our time? There are 3 things that go into this. First is estimating how much time an activity is going to take. This is super hard when you can't really figure out how much time we need to complete a given task. We think, this just happened to me at dinner the other day, that I needed 45 minutes to make this particular dinner, and it actually took me over an hour because I didn't get any help from the family, ding, 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 and it took me much longer to clean the vegetables and chop them up than I expected. So, because I didn't manage my time well and I underestimated how much time I was going to need to do my meal prep, we ate dinner about 30 minutes late. We were all starving. So my poor time management in that particular instance and not asking for help from my family meant we were all starving by the time we ate dinner. So that's the first thing, estimating how much time a task takes. The second thing is writing in our planners or what other time management tool we're using exactly when we're going to do that homework, take notes, read the material we need for our book report or our essay. Not just waiting to the last minute and saying, oh, I got assigned this essay a week ago and it's now due tomorrow. We don't have time to do all the prep work. So it's not just estimating how much time each task takes, but planning it out. And the third part of time management is knowing when to ask for help, as I've already mentioned. The third thing we're going to talk about is how to set up our space for success. I worked with a client already this week on agreeing to clear off his desk space, setting up a cubbyhole or a drawer specifically for files and papers related to school. And he explained to me that he brings in a cup, he brings in a plate, he brings in some other project he's working on. It gets left on his desk, and by the end of a week, there's no room to actually put down his papers or his textbooks or anything else that he needs next to his computer to actually do any schoolwork. And so his desk becomes a completely non-functional space. So organizing your space is our third topic. Our fourth topic for this workshop Wednesday night is going to be project planning. So you have 2 weeks to do a project. You have to perhaps look up material on the web or maybe even in a library, perhaps at school. You have to plan a topic sentence or theme for this project. You might have to take notes. Then you have to create a graphic organizer of some kind. I teach a web approach to this. Translate that graphic organizer into an outline and then write a paper that has a topic paragraph, your material, including evidence, and then a conclusion. And we'll talk about how to plan a project like that, which begins with starting at the end. What does the final project have to look like, and how do we work backwards in order to be successful? So, covering those 4 topics in 2 hours, allowing time for your teens to be able to ask questions that are specific to which of these topics is most important for them, a whole new approach to working directly with teens for me in a group setting, because if one teen has a question about this, all your teens have questions about this. I'm hoping this is going to be a really useful workshop. I'm going to post the link again underneath this Facebook Live. There's a limited number of spaces. I'm hoping a lot of you will want your kids to participate. Looking forward to getting your feedback about this. If this is not something you think your teen would participate in, please leave me a comment and tell me why, so that next time I can fine-tune my workshop and make it more useful for you. Thank you for listening. This is Dr. Susan, and I'll see you next week here on Path to Parenting Harmony. Bye, everybody.